I'm back. Had to take a little breather. My story is crazy, I know. I'm aware. It's nuts, crazy nuts. But it's true and it's my story. And I want to get my story out there because I know I'm not the only one that has been experiencing this craziness from stalking and game stalking and nobody helping, especially the government. Period. Anyway, this video, my intention is I'm asking for help and support from the public. I need donations for my survival and my future endeavors in camping, traveling, and I'm reading a little because I wrote some stuff down. And I may or may not confirm that I'm going to be traveling to see my youngest graduate at the end of May. I really want to, but I will not confirm and I will not deny whether I'm going to or not, ever. Period. Donations for PayPal and Venmo at Jerry, Jeri, capital Nelson 50, and that's a capital J for Jerry as well. Capital Jeri, capital Nelson. Just the J and the N are capitalized. 50 at Jerry Nelson 50. That's for PayPal and for Venmo. Also Cash App if you have Cash App, and you don't have any of the other apps. It's Gemini Lee 50. The Gemini. None of it's capitalized, I don't think. Oops, I'm gonna have to double check that. I would appreciate any donations because I've had to talk to him today and I really shouldn't have to. I don't want to anymore. I haven't blocked on occasion. I will unblock him to get some sort of answers. They're never truthful answers, but I do call him and talk to him, which makes my stomach really, really upset every single time. Hi, if you're watching, you do that to me still, yes. Congratulations. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I also wanted to expand on a couple things involving the story that I just told, because there's a lot of gray. Of course there's a lot of gray. My intention for this video is to get money and for help because I'm at this campground and I have to check out by 12 p.m. I'm gonna say it, Eastern time. Yeah, 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm gonna be on the streets. I am low on food. I'm gonna show you what I have for food. He's telling me that he can only send me $40 right now, and it costs above $50, including tax, to secure a spot nightly. I will be on the streets tomorrow, and I'll have to get rid of my tent, probably, and I'll have to start all over again, because I gotta take Betsy, if I wind up being homeless. Well, I am homeless on the streets, sorry. Let's see, I'll show you what I have for food. Doing the best I can. I'm just trying to survive, honestly, and dealing with this idiot that I have to deal with on the regular, which I shouldn't have to deal with, a stalker. The government should have helped me and my children, but no. It's insanity, honestly. Let's see, here we go. Okay, there's mayonnaise. Dump everything out. Hamburger buns, toasty cheese. That's cheese. This is I'm just fighting business and cheese. Keep cheese for a day or so. And my protein, which we all have to live off of protein, right, for muscle and brain. My protein right now is 2 packets of tuna. That's it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have myself a little treat. More crackers. Camera work shoddy. My bad. That's my sweet treat. That's all I have, and I'm low on necessities, like bathing products. I'm low on bathing products. So if you could please find it in your heart to donate just a little bit, I will make it stretch, and it will go a ways to feed me and keep me not on the streets, because the streets are pretty scary. Who wants to roam the streets during the day? Trying to figure out where they're going to lay their head. I certainly didn't choose this homelessness. Actually, I did. I did choose this homelessness because you know why? Because I'd rather not go back to the area that I fled from. I'd rather die than go back and be near this certain person ever, ever, ever again, unless I have professional help right beside me, protecting me. Unless or until then, I will not be near this person, because he's dangerous to me. He stalked me. Let me expand on that. The ECO story. He had me ECO'd. I had just gotten back from the courthouse. And I was looking around in my oldest child's bedroom because her partner had just gotten kicked out by the courthouse, by the law officials, so she automatically just followed. I didn't kick her out. I didn't kick my child out. They just followed. That was not my intention. Somebody's trying to say that it was my intention and I kicked my child out, but I did not kick my child out. My child just followed because their partner was kicked out. Anyway, as I was looking in the bedroom, there was I'm going to mention this because I experienced spiritual warfare. Whether you believe it's true, it's real or not, I can tell you it's real. I never believed in it before last year, 2024. I never even knew about spiritual warfare. Well, maybe my subconscious did, because I read a really good book way back when called Angels and Demons by Frank Peretti. That was a killer book. And I think my subconscious and my higher self really dug it. Me not knowing what I know now, that stuff is real. Anyway, there was a black magic altar in my oldest child's bedroom. I'm gonna mention it. I just did twice. And just almost immediately after that, there was knocking on my door. And it wasn't the front door, it was the side door. Let me see if you can see my face better. Candlelight. Hello. It was my side bedroom door, which was painted shut. You can't even get on my side bedroom door. That's where they knocked, and that's where I was being stalked and gang stalked. They didn't come to the front door, which I found odd. Just an odd little specific. Anyway, I kind of knew that was coming because I knew I shouldn't react, and I didn't. I remained calm the whole time. They put cuffs on me. You know, the whole neighborhood saw. I don't care. I really don't care, because he was playing a game with me. They were playing a game with me. I don't know who all they are, but he's trying to paint it as I'm conjuring up a conspiracy. It's all a conspiracy, that I really didn't experience it, but I did. And if any of you out there experience stalking, especially gang stalking, especially if you were under spiritual warfare, here, hi, me too. Anyway, back to the ECO. They took me to get evaluated. I guess that was a couple hours long. It was by a state official, not by a county official or anything. And they also took about 3 or 4 vials of blood, which I don't know why. And it turned out that I had COVID and my potassium was low. So they said that they didn't know what they wanted to do with me, so they're going to take me to the hospital, and that I don't need to be committed, that they're going to take me to the hospital because my potassium was low. Because my potassium was low. So I got to the hospital, and there was this really disheveled doctor who looked like he really shouldn't be in a hospital doctoring anyone. No one. Shirt untucked, hair all over the place. He just didn't look like he belonged in the hospital. I had seen him before as a doctor, but he's the only doctor that came in to talk to me. And throughout, I got to that hospital. They transferred me to just the local hospital after the evaluation center. I don't even know what it was called, the evaluation center. People are walking by. Anyway, no time to be shy, right? Not with people walking by. Gotta be brave. Talking myself up out loud. There you go. Anyway. Okay. He told me that, I had gotten to the hospital around, it was around 7 p.m. on August 7th. I still remember the dates because August 8th was the day that I fled on foot out of the hospital and was out in nature on August 8th for about 7 hours, hiding from the gang stalkers that I heard. I heard bikes and stuff and police cars around me as I was in the woods hiding for 7 hours so they wouldn't find me, but I heard them. Anyway, back to, I was at the hospital on August 7th from 7 p.m., around 6, 7 p.m. until around 9 or 10 a.m. the following day on August 8th. And between those times, the doctor came to see me once when I arrived, and he said he didn't know what was going to happen to me, and nobody told me why I was there besides the potassium, and why they didn't know what they were going to do with me. Curious and curiouser. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Anyway, all the nurses were really nice. I was fed in between those times 16 potassium pills, and of course, me being the good student I was of life, of being controlled and do what you're told. I was a good girl, took all of my medicine, all 16 pills, but they were in increments of 4 all throughout the time. I can't tell you what the time frame was that I took all 16. But is that even okay to be able to take 16 potassium pills and turn out okay afterwards? I'm just curious, asking for a friend, joking. Anyway, I was fast forward. I thought it was strange that nobody had come to talk to me all night or what was going on or anything. So the following morning, I was listening to my intuition, telling me that something isn't right. Why is nobody coming in to talk to me? And I just need to talk to somebody and try and get out of here before something bad happens to me. Because I felt like I was going to be illegally committed to a psych ward. That's what it felt like. Could or couldn't be true. I don't know. Only the people that were involved know. Him. Anyway, I talked to this really young, sweet nurse that listened to me. She listened to my story, and heard that he was stalking me and gang stalking me. And psychological abuse and stuff. And she heard me. So thank you, nurse. I love you. For listening to me. Because she listened to me, and the other nurses just kind of like looked like they knew what was going on, that I was going to check myself out. So nobody said a word. I was given the paper to check myself out. I signed myself out, and I left the hospital. And as I was leaving the hospital, there was this one truck, black tinted windows, sides and the front. I couldn't see who was in it, but I did see the same black truck circling the neighborhood a couple times while I was outside too, and I saw the same black truck as I was leaving the hospital down the road. Just another pointer, just another note of a specific that I observed. Anyway, it's chilly. I have to put my jacket on. Yeah, it's a crazy story. After that, telling a story under candlelight or under camping. Yeah. I did hide outside on August 8th, and those of you spiritual people that know what August 8th is all about, it was an important day. More people. And I feel privileged to be able to have been outside all of that time with the spiritual realm. Anyway, I'm just thinking back and just thanking God that I got the guidance to get out of there when I did, because I don't know what would have happened to me otherwise. I'm very thankful and very grateful every day, all day. I just miss my children, my youngest one, and my animals. I'm supposed to be there for them right now. I'm supposed to be there for them, but I'm not. My children are of grown age now, but my youngest one is still in high school, senior. I need to see her graduate. I'm gonna that's a little bit of my crazy story, and I will post more because that's just what I'm feeling these days, and I'm doing what I'm feeling these days. And what I'm not feeling is not feeling like being controlled anymore. Peace, love, and light.